Well, hey there, my pretties. It's me, the Queen of Lions. Today I'm going to be doing kind of like another discussion video, and I know this is probably going to be a shocker. I should have done this, earlier, but I decided to, make a video based on this topic. Now, most of you guys probably do know about this show called The Loud House. Now, this show is a Nickelodeon show that was made and it started in 2016. So it was like a couple years ago. And when I first heard about the Loud House um show, when it came out and it started around 2016, at first I wasn't really that interested in the movie. Like, not the movie, but like the show. At first I wasn't interested in it, which I don't understand why, but there is something about it that I really just wasn't that interested in the show. At first I wasn't interested because I thought, this show was terrible or anything like that. Now, I'm gonna say right here, right now, the only reason why I started to watch the show was now there this is the major reason. The major reason behind it all was back in 2019, I met my friend named Space Voyager 1701. He was called Skyrunner back then, but I'm not gonna go into any reasons onto why he changed his name to Space Voyager because one of the reasons being it's old news. I'm not gonna, say that cause say what happened or anything because it happened like a year ago. But Space Voyager got me into Loud House. Like I've read his story called Luann Goes Too Far. And if you guys want to know what the story Luann Goes Too Far is, it's basically Luann, doing an April Fool's Day prank and Lincoln gets severely injured in the process. Was that Luann was the one who went too far with her pranks. I'm not going to spoil too much of anything about that movie. Well, not the movie, but like the story. You guys can go watch Space Voyager's narration on it if you like or if you want to. And you guys, I recommend you check out the story if you haven't. It's a pretty good story. Like, when I first heard of that story, that's how I started to get into the Loud House. Like, I know that there's like creepypasta narrations based on it. There's like, what did you call it? Oh, yeah. There's like creepypasta narrations based on there. There's like stories, fan fictions, creepypastas. And the show is still continuing as of today. Now, I sometimes, watch Loud House whenever I'm bored because there's clips of it you could watch on YouTube. Although some of the episodes you can't really watch on YouTube because they either get taken down due to copyright, which it does become a pain in the ass at times, or at the very least they get blocked worldwide. And that's the thing that I really hate about the company that made the Loud House, Nickelodeon, also known as Viacom. Well, Viacom is kind of the same thing because they like to block videos worldwide, and it does get frustrating, especially for those who want to watch the Loud House. Now, if I have Netflix, which I don't, but if I did, I definitely would be sitting there and watching The Loud House. Now, I don't use Netflix anymore because I only used it maybe once and I didn't really like it. But that was because there's nothing good on Netflix nowadays. I mean, there's some good movies you could watch every now and then and all that. So I'm willing to give it benefit of the doubt. But with all due sincerity, Netflix nowadays just doesn't really know what they're doing at times. I'm not trying to sound, rude or anything. To people who like it, Netflix, I respect your opinion on that. But I'm gonna sit here and say this, that I actually found out that Chris Savino, who is the creator of The Loud House, worked on Ren and Stimpy, Dexter's Laboratory, The Powerpuff Girls, Kick Borowski's Suburban Daredevil, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Mickey Mouse. But he's also known in My Gym Partner's a Monkey, which I'll be doing a video based on that in the near future. But you know, just not gonna say anything much. But I started watching The Loud House after Space Voyager got me into, reading the creepypastas and the stories and even narrating them, which has kind of inspired me to, make videos. Now, Some of them that I did make, I do make them because I started getting into the Loud House. And funny thing enough, in 2016, I saw, advertisements for the show. I probably seen clips of it, but I wasn't really that interested in the Loud House back then. I thought it was, garbage and that. But after with some researching, thanks to Space Voyager for getting me into it, I really like it. Now, the only thing downfalls about it is that there's a fan base of it, which includes Loudcest, which basically ships Lincoln with his siblings, which I'm not going to get into that because I kind of already mentioned that in a different video. But let's just say that it's really gross shipping and with Lincoln and his sisters in a really messed up, well, pardon me to say this, but NSFW sort of way, which in my opinion, I really don't like the fan base of the Loud House, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying that to be mean or anything. I'm just stating that as to be my honest opinion. Now, when it comes to the Loud House, I really decided to watch certain episodes, and I do like the characters in it. Like, the characters in there are like really good character developments. Like, for example, Lori Loud's like the oldest sibling of the house. Not only that she's in charge, she's like a lover for Bobby. Lenny's like, kind of the one being forgetful or, I guess you could say dumbass, but I'm not trying to insult Lenny. Like, it at times where she thinks, oh, is this where they keep their stuff in when it's actually a closet or so with clothes or something? I like Lenny too. She's pretty cool, but I think Lori's like the best one because she's like the one in charge of everybody, to be honest. And another sister we have, Luna, which is, well, the one who could sing, say British accents and all that. And I really like the fact that Luna, can have a British accent at times. If you've seen the show, you probably understand what I mean. She's like the rock star. I mean, she's like really cool character. And then we have one of my other favorite characters of the Loud House, Luann Loud. Now, Luann is like the comedian of the, well, clown of the Loud House. Basically, she tells jokes. She has like this little dummy named Mr. Coconuts, and oh my goodness, Mr. Coconuts is pretty silly. Like, I mean, when I've seen him in the show, I honestly laugh at how silly he is. Like, especially with the design. And I did hear that there's going to be a Christmas live action movie of it. And I took a look at Mr. Coconuts in it, and the Mr. Coconuts in it was a little creepy. I'm not gonna deny that. It was a little creepy with the design, but at least they got it at exactly accurate compared to the show in, well, animation. Now, am I gonna go see the new Loud House movie? I actually see bits of it, and it seemed to be a pretty good one, so I am actually considering watching it when I have the chance. And now, I actually seen bits and trailers of the Loud House Christmas one, and I have to say it looks pretty good. So I am actually considering on watching that one, but not really sure when it's actually coming out. I'm hoping it does come out, where Christmas, is around the corner, because when around that corner. So yeah. I mean, they got the characters in the live action one to look, exactly like them. I mean, most of these were like are kid actors, but actors that are kids and probably teens, but they still managed to make it pretty good, in my opinion, to make them look accurate to the characters in, well, cartoon. Now we have Lynn Loud, who is like this sporty type of girl. I really do like how she, plays sports and all that. And even though I'm not really a sporty person, the only sports I like is like swimming and horseback riding. But there's also Lincoln, who is the only boy in the house who has to survive in a house with 10 sisters every day, like such as arguing, when they have to like solve problems, something bad happens. And, it's pretty neat how, Nickelodeon was able to tackle it pretty good. Probably not as good as Arthur does with, serious subject matters. Like, I mean, there are some episodes of The Loud House that did tackle, various subject matters in it, like one of them being, one episode that I'm not going to get into in this video, but I may make, a video based on this, but I'm going to make a mention of it. One of them being No Such Luck, which a lot of people really gave it backlash ever since that episode was made, because it's basically, It basically is about, Lincoln getting treated like crap by his parents and his siblings because he calls himself bad luck when he just wanted to, have time to himself. In my opinion, is like the worst excuse you can ever ask. And in my opinion, the way, Lincoln's parents and his sisters treated him in that episode was absolute dog shite. Yes, I am saying shite because I'm saying the S word, but yeah, and I do like the fact that Lucy in, well, the Loud House, I like Lucy because as well, because she's like into gloomy stuff. Now, at first, when I heard Lucy's voice, I thought Tara Strong voiced her, so I took a look, but it didn't sound like Tara Strong at all, which kind of sucks because I was hoping it would be Tara Strong because every time I looked at Lucy, I think, I have a feeling that she sounded like Raven from Teen Titans. Of course, we have the twins Lana and Lola. One being a princess of pageants and beauty queen, being a brat and always get what she wants, and then we have the twin Lana, who likes to be a tomboy, likes animals, anything dirty like mud and etc. I mean, those characters were pretty cool, not gonna lie. And then we have Lisa Loud, who is the brain genius of the household. Like, she's like a very smart one. It's in my eyes when I see Lisa, she reminds me of Velma from, well, Scooby-Doo, because Velma has the glasses and she's smart. I guess maybe that was an inspiration for Lisa. I could be wrong, however, though. I could be wrong, but I think that could be why Lisa's smart. But yet again, I don't really know for a full fact. Then Lily is like the baby of the family, so she doesn't really have a talent or what she's known for, but she's just like being a baby and kind of like a mixture of everybody, I guess you could definitely say. Kind of like a mixture of everyone in the Loud House. But I honestly really do like how the characters, have their own personality and what they like doing and what they don't like doing. And it's pretty neat how, the creators of the Loud House managed to, put all, the Louds, their own, like, personalities of what suits them more. It's pretty neat regarding to if you see that. Like, I've seen, clips of the Loud House online. I watch it every day because of it, and I honestly found it to be, quite fun, quite awesome. Especially when it came to the Loud House, being like crazy people at times. Like, there was like a couple episodes where, yeah, the siblings do get into fight and, get in the tizzy with each other or everyone in general because of, something happened or anything like that. But Nickelodeon manages to cooperate that to be pretty good in the Loud House. Unlike SpongeBob, which is still going on today, I don't know why SpongeBob is still making videos, probably just a big cash cow for, well, Nickelodeon itself. But I honestly really do find the Loud House to be enjoyable. Now, at first I wasn't interested when it came out because I didn't know if it was any good. But when Space Voyager came in and he started, showing me Luann Goes Too Far, I actually narrated that last year. So if you want to check out Luann Goes Too Far, my narrations of it, it's on my channel. You'll just have to type up Luann Goes Too Far, the Queen of Lions narration, and you'll get all the parts to Luann Goes Too Far, which, in my opinion, Luann Goes Too Far is amazing. It's like a really good story. If the Loud House were to make like a movie based on that, or something like that, that would be quite cool. Now, another thing I did mention is the recent Loud House story I did was called The Loud's Great Adventure story. I made it in 4 chapters, and if you have not seen that one yet, you should really go ahead and, take a look at it because it's a pretty good story. I know Space Voyager is planning to narrate that soon, but I don't really know when he's officially going to narrate it, but because it's him being busy and all that, which I'm not going to rush him or anything like that because I never rush people, and I have a feeling that if I rush people, they're just going to get more stressed out, and it's going to put more pressure on them. So, my advice to those who want their story, narrated at a certain day, do not rush people to do it. That's my honest advice, because if you rush people to do it, they're either not going to bother doing it, or they're going to become more stressed out and just say, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do now. I've been down that path before with certain people, and I just thought I'd put it out there. Now, a lot of Loud House stories I've narrated, some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them were okay? But when it comes to watching The Loud House, even though it's on TV, I don't watch TV really much anymore, to be honest. But I really have to say, The Loud House is not a bad show, at least in my perspective. But if you don't like The Loud House, that's fine. If you like it, that's understandable, because I understand not everyone likes something. Everyone has their own preferences of what they like and what they don't like. But I really have to say, I really do find The Loud House to be enjoyable. Now, of course, with that being said, I will give out my thoughts on the Loud House movie once I've seen it. I'm not going to give out my thoughts on the Loud House movie in this episode. Well, not episode, but like in this video, because I haven't seen it yet and I want to see it to give out my own thoughts and opinions on that. So, there's that. The episode itself in question, when it comes to certain episodes in it, you obviously got to give out your own thoughts on, certain episodes of, Loud House. Like, for example, No Such Luck was a terrible episode, and a lot of people hate it. Which, if you make an episode that is so bad like No Such Luck, you're eventually going to have backlash from people. And about the No Such Luck episode I mentioned of Loud House, I plan to maybe possibly do a video about it in the near future. Not right now, obviously, but maybe someday in the future if I get the opportunity, the time, and the chance to, because you gotta really understand this too, because I have a life outside of YouTube. I got basically I have to look after my dog because of him being epileptic, pancreatitis and all that, and I have a lot of, other things going on. But when it comes to, the Loud House, I really have to say, I only watch it on my spare time. I'm probably going to do that after this video, making this video, or even uploading this, because I really do find the Loud House to be amazing. I still do. If I do repeat myself, I do apologize, because that's a trait when it comes to autism, that I cannot control it. And if you guys think it's excusing that, well, can you please not, please refrain at least from saying that, because when it comes to being autistic, there's almost anything I may control at times, but there's some things that I can't control. So, I guess with that being the case, that being said, I really like this show. It's a good show in my opinion, and I highly recommend you guys go check it out. And if you guys like the show, leave me what your thoughts are on it. If you don't like it, that's understandable, because I know not everyone's a fan of the Loud House. If you like it, I respect your opinion. If you don't like it, I respect your opinion as well. Now, sorry about that. If my nose seems stuffy, it's just I just have a bit of a cold going on, so I kind of woke up with allergies, most likely. It could be a cold, however, but I really don't know. But it's mostly allergies, so I do apologize for that. So anyways, I guess this video's been 18 minutes long, so I'm gonna sit here and say this. What are your thoughts on the Loud House? Feel free to leave me now what your thoughts are in the comments below. If you don't like Loud House, that's fine. If you do like the Loud House, that's understandable too. Like I said, everyone has their own opinions. And yeah, what are your thoughts on the show, and what would you have done to make the show a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments section down below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you happen to be brand new here on this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro, because I'm out of here, and I'll see you all in the next video.